Hi, good. How are you?
Thanks for talking to us. We finally tracked Deborah Brooks down. You live in the D.C. area, but you were in the GTA last Friday with your mom's running group, which we'll talk about in a little while because that's very cool too. But we're calling you because when you were making a stop in Whitby, you ran into the one and only
Jerry Seinfeld.
How cool is that?
It was really cool. It was a really fun start to our race.
So you, Deb, had to, you were voted, you got the short straw, to go over to Jerry's table and say, do you mind if we get a photo? How did that go?
Well, yes, my friends elected me to go over and talk to him. I thought it would be a funny story to write about on my running blog, so I went over and did it. Basically, we didn't recognize him at first because it was very out of place for me to be in the middle of, not to offend Whitby, the middle of nowhere, Canada.
No offense.
I mean, we didn't know where we were. So we stumble into this diner, which we loved, by the way, but we just sort of Googled best breakfast in Whitby. Surprisingly, there's a few.
So shout out to the Food and Art Cafe in Whitby, also known as the Fart Cafe.
Yes, that was also a few jokes that we had, but it was a great restaurant. So if you live there, you should definitely eat there. It was great.
This whole thing is like a Seinfeld episode.
Yeah.
Kinda. So we went into this diner, and my friend said, that looks like Jerry Seinfeld, and very out of place for us. You wouldn't think he would be there, so I didn't think it was him. And then as soon as we sat down about 5 feet from his table, as soon as I heard his voice, it's very discernible, and we knew it was him.
What did he say to make you recognize his voice? Do you happen to remember? Was he ordering his pea soup?
They were just finishing their meal when we got there. They were finishing up. So he was just having regular chit-chat. But as soon as I heard his voice, I knew it was him. I don't remember exactly what I heard when we were walking by to our table. So then we took a few minutes to sort of decide who was going to go over there, and it was me. So I basically just went over there and told him that we were a running group from Virginia and that we were big fans of his for a long time, and would he mind taking a photo with us when he was done eating. So then we had kind of a funny conversation about what we were both doing in Whitby.
Yeah.
So we were running the Ragnar Relay, which starts in Cobourg and is as you guys say, 300-kilometer relay race
Yes.
to Niagara Falls. I told him that we were running the race, and he had never heard of doing that and thought we were absolutely nuts.
It sounds like he was a really nice guy, which, you know, when we look up to comedians, celebrities, like people that we admire, we just want them to be nice. And it sounds like Jerry Seinfeld was nice to you guys.
Yes, we do want them to be nice, and he was very sweet. And I always feel bad kind of interrupting people while they're eating, so we tried to wait till they were finished. And he was very nice, and I said, when you're going to get up, would you mind taking a photo with us? So then about 10 minutes later, he got up, and we all kind of jumped in and did our photo. So he was very nice and sweet, and it was nice for him to do that. I don't like to bother people while they're eating, but it was fun. It makes a good story, and something fun to write about on my running blog.
Well, and I think also something that Jerry's using in his act right now.
I was going to say.
We're going to post the pictures with you and Jerry on our Facebook page, if that's all right.
We would love that. Thank you.
And if you want to read more about Deborah and what she's all about and what she does, confessionsofamotherrunner.com. Isn't that right?
Yes, it is. Thank you for the little plug.
And you're going to have to come back and visit us in our little neck of the woods. You never know who you might run into, right? Literally.
Literally run into. We loved Canada. Everybody was so nice there, and we loved it, and we'd love to come back and do another race there. We had a great time.